All right, welcome back to Prepping with Sarge. That's right, we got a new name. Papa's got a whole new bag. Today, we are going to do a review of the Kershaw Shuffle. I've not done a knife review in a while because of this, social distancing thing that's been going on. I've just not been able to get to the stores to, look in the cases, ask to hold them, and kind of make my pick that way. But I just not have gone out to any of the stores to do that in, 5 years? No, 4 months. So I decided, you know what? I haven't done a knife review in a while. Let me just order one online. Let's check it out together. All right, so this is the Kershaw Shuffle. This is not a typical knife pick that Sarge would have made. There's nothing tactical about this. So let's dig in, see what we got. I'm going to tell you, I do think this is going to serve some purposes, and we'll talk about that at the end. This is what you get, a little box like that. Let's unbox this baby together. It's a little bit more of a gimmicky knife, if you will. All right, so there we go. All right, and in the unboxing, you just basically get, this is just your basics about, the parts of the knife and things like that. Not a little catalog. That would have been cool if it threw in a little catalog. All right. Nothing special there. I don't think I really need to go over that with y'all. All right, so this is the Kershaw Shuffle in zombie green. Just kidding, they call it lime green, but you and I know that's zombie green, isn't it? Yeah. So this is kind of a gimmicky little knife. It's got like a flathead screwdriver on the end, and you could do a lanyard through there. Got a little bottle opener. We'll test that bad boy out. Got a pocket clip, obviously. The opening is thumb assist, so it's not fast and snappy like some of my other knives you've seen, which again, thinking about the kind of knife that this is, that's okay. I'm going to explain to you why that's the right opening for this knife, okay? So, little thumb assist. There you go. And that steel is 8 CR14 MOV, okay? So what do we know about that steel? It's soft, so it's easy to sharpen. It's easy to work with. It's very corrosion resistant, but the down point of it is it doesn't hold an edge as long as like a high carbon steel. That's okay. I think, again, when I talk to you at the end about what I think this little knife is good for, that's okay. That's okay that it has to be sharpened a lot, all right? We'll come back to that. So let me tell you a little bit about the specifications of this knife. So this is glass-filled nylon. It's got a textured K for Kershaw there. See if I can get that in the camera. See if that picks that up for you. Okay, that tip is called a drop point tip. Just multi-purpose, as opposed to like a Tanto, which would be more Tanto, or a Karambit type curved blade, which would be more, tactical kind of thing. That's just a drop point standard. Very standard, very multi-purpose utility kind of knife. Okay, so it has a liner lock in there. Again, for this type of knife and for the purposes that I'm going to recommend this for, that's fine, right? So to close it, I have to do this backwards. All right, so to close it, you're just going to kind of give it a little pinch there and then bend it. And you can do it one-handed, right? It's not that big of a deal. That clip can be reversed. Okay, I can put it on the other side. This is a tip up pocket clip. You cannot do it the other way. You cannot do it tip down. Okay, blade length is 2.4 inches. Now, that again, when we get to the end, I'm going to tell you why that's okay. Most of my knives that I usually use are 3.5, 4 inches, but this is okay. We're gonna talk to you why this is okay at the end. Stay with me now. You gotta stay with me. By the way, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to subscribe. Drop a like. Give me a comment below. What's in your EDC pocket carry right now? What is your pocket knife that you're using? Blade thickness is 2.88 millimeters. Overall length when it's opened is 5.75 inches. Length closed is 3.25 inches. Weight is 2.8 ounces. The blade coating is a black oxide coating. I have mixed feelings about this. Sometimes if you don't sharpen it right, you will mar that up, and in my opinion, you just never get it. You never get it right. It depends on if that's going to bother you or not. Okay, so how does it feel in my hand? Okay, I like this little, it's got a little bit of a finger groove there. to give you a little bit of protection so that it doesn't slip. No jimping on the back, which I would have preferred a little bit of jimping, but you know, for the price range this is in, and what we're going to use it for, that's fine. You know, you could, I know people sometimes will go into the curve there. I forget what that's called. They're trying to get intricate work on whittling or something like that. I don't know if you use this for that. Okay, so out of the box, all of the reviews say that this knife comes pretty sharp, but that it eventually does need some work to keep that edge. So let's give it a little paracord test. This is one of the things that I like to do. So we'll start with one strand here. Let's see how easy it goes. All right, no problems. Easy peasy. Let's go 2. Oh, all right, 2. Let's do 3. Okay, let's try 3 strands there. Yeah, no problem. And this is just a little sharpness test you can do. There's other ways you can test blade sharpness, but right now I'm impressed out of the box. All right, and let's give the bottle cap opener here a little try. Let's see what we think. There's not a lot of grab to it. It gets the job done. You're not, you're gonna be able to get it done. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's just not substantial enough to grab it on that first one. All right, so a couple of things. Sarge always looks for a couple of things here on his knives. So number 1, I got no edge coming out there. Okay, very safe for pocket carry. That makes me happy. And then I look for the centering here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. It is just slightly off center. It's not bad for this budget. So we'll see if the camera will grab that. All right. I don't know if the camera's going to grab that or not. It's so slight that it's barely noticeable. I certainly wouldn't fault it in this price range for not being completely perfect. Okay. So what do I not like about this knife? It's not going to be my typical EDC, but there might be a place for this, okay? Okay, so what are the good things about this? So first of all, I think this is probably a really good starting pocket knife for somebody who's just old enough to start to have the responsibility. Because like some, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, you're ready to give them their first knife and see if they can handle that responsibility. This thing's not super tactical. If they pull it out and snap it open, you can't, I mean, I guess I could probably loosen it up a lot, but you really can't snap it open like some of my other knives. And then it's not like this really tactical looking blade, right? It's only like, what did I say, 2.5 inches or something like that? The blade's only 2.4 inches. There is no situation in the world where a Boy Scout or Girl Scout's going to pull this out to do a little work on a piece of wood, to get a campfire started or cut something open or whatever, where somebody's going to be like, oh my gosh, he's got a knife or she's got a knife, right? It's just not. And that's going to lead me in, and by the way, it's got some fun colors where, for Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, like obviously this is, they call it lime green. We know it's zombie green. They've got teal, they've got purple. And then if you did want something a little bit, more adult colored, they've got black and tan and I think olive too, or like some kind of green in there anyways. But leading back to, that it's not a tactical looking knife, right? Like I could go to a barbecue with people that I don't know well, and if I wanted to carry a little pocket knife for opening something or cutting things or popping open a beer bottle or whatever, nobody is going to say, oh my God, he's got a knife, And I say that because no lie, I was at a party and I actually pulled out my pocket knife to cut something open, and some Karen freaked out. And why do you have to have a knife? I don't need to listen to that. I don't need to listen to that. I have a pocket knife because it's a tool. It's not a weapon. Calm down, Karen. All right, so sorry, I got off on my tangent there. I think it could serve that purpose too. Like if you're going somewhere where people are not going to, you're not going to bring out something that's like tactical or that's fighting knife or whatever, or self-defense knife. You're just not going to bring it to a barbecue or something like that. It's fine for that. So the third purpose I could see this for is if you live in one of those states like Massachusetts or California or New York that does not have the kind of knife laws that allow you to have like a flipper or something longer than 3 inches or whatever. I don't know the knife laws in your state. You got to know your knife laws in your state because you're responsible for yourself. But if you're in one of those states, you might, this might be a good choice to have. I travel a lot to Massachusetts, and I usually, I stay with my dad when I'm up there. I may actually just, next time I'm going that way, put this in like a checked bag or mail it ahead of me, and then I'll just leave it up there so I've got a knife that I can go to barbecues or whatever up there and, whatever. And then when I leave to get back on the plane, I leave it with my dad. That's another example of a purpose that this knife might serve. So there you go. There's three niches that this knife might fit into. Do I like it? It's fine. It's fine for what it is. I think it serves purposes. It's a niche knife. It's a gimmick knife, but the blade is sharp. It's a decent steel to work with. I think it's a good first knife for a kid to learn on when you can trust them with it. I think it does the job. How much did it cost? That's the next question. At the time of filming this, I paid right around the $20 range. So there's a couple different spots where you can get these. If I can find it on Amazon when I finish publishing this video, I'll put a link to that down in the description, okay? All right. If you have any questions about it, shoot me a question in the comments. But again, my big comment question of the day is what's in your EDC? What's your pocket knife right now? Let me know down in the comments. And I guess that's about it for today. Keep planting seeds. Keep stacking silver. This is Prepping with Sarge.